So guys, Tinubu has finally captured Nigeria as he plans to have Seyi Tinubu replace Sanwo-Olu. So Seyi Tinubu is going to be the next governor of Lagos State according to their plans. So recently, there've been this rumor all over the places that Seyi Tinubu is going to be the next governor of Lagos State, and people were like, where was this coming from? Finally, it is now true that a group has come out to say that they want Seyi Tinubu to take over from Sanwo-Olu, that for the fact that Tinubu did well as the governor of Lagos State, Seyi Tinubu is equally going to do well. And people are wondering if it's by genetics or if they think Tinubu is even doing well as the president of Nigeria. How bold these people came out to say that Seyi Tinubu is definitely going to do well because Tinubu did well in his own days. So guys, you can find out that this country, we are not ready for change. It will even blow your mind to know that it is young people who came out to endorse Seyi Tinubu. Possibly they must have been paid. They must have been given money to come and say that they want Seyi Tinubu to become the next governor. You can imagine what Nigeria is going through. This is a democratic country. But these days, democracy under Tinubu is nowhere to be found, you know. There is nothing like democracy under Tinubu. And if Tinubu means it that Seyi is going to be the next governor, take it or leave it, he's definitely going to be the next governor. Provided we have an INEC chairman who dance to his tune, provided we have a judiciary that is going to back up all the foul play that is going to be seen, provided we have, you know, all the institutions dancing to the tune of politicians in this country, like the police, the military, and all of them, provided we have these people doing the wrong thing. I tell you, if Tinubu decides that Seyi Tinubu is going to be the next governor of the state, he will definitely become that. Anyway, I'm going to let you watch how Rufai has reacted to that, because Nigerians are like, wow. Even though they can see the failure of Tinubu glaring in our faces, you know, he still wants to impose his son on Nigerians, you know, in Lagos State. We've seen her daughter taking up a role. Now his son, even though his son is part and parcel of, you know, the company that is constructing the coastal highway, and now he's planning for his son to take over Lagos State. That's to tell you that this country is finished. On that, before Tinubu leaves office, oh my God, Nigeria will become like Lagos. Take a look.
What's been trending is the endorsement of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's son, Seyi Tinubu, as the next governor of Lagos State by the coalition of Nigerian youth leaders, a group representing youth organizations across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones. The group highlighted Seyi Tinubu's potential to build on the foundation laid by his father, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, during his tenure as Lagos State governor. They praised Tinubu's transformational leadership, which elevated Lagos to the center of excellence, and expressed confidence that Seyi would surpass his father's achievements if elected. Dr. Abati, it's great. This statement was issued on Tuesday.
Quickly, I'll try to be brief because we don't have time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the youths of Nigeria, they say they are a coalition. Well, they say they have a stake in who becomes next governor of Lagos. Let those youths be reminded that these are the same youths who have been told that if they came from anywhere outside Lagos State, if they don't do what the people of Lagos want, they can jump into the lagoon. So, but I don't know what gives them the confidence. Their premises are also suspicious. They are saying that because President Tinubu did well as governor of Lagos, his son too will do well. Well, is it by osmosis that you acquire leadership qualities? That looks very strange to me. They say that it is the time for a young person to be governor of Lagos State. Young people have always being governor of Lagos. Governor Tinubu, as he then was a young man. How old was Babatunde Raji Fashola when he was governor? How old was Ambode? How old is Sanwo-Olu that is there? He's still a young man. He's not even 60 yet. So that argument also falls flat. The only thing that I see is that they say Seyi Tinubu is very capable, is knowledgeable and all that. Okay, they can say that. They will have to convince us. But we should know that this is not a dynasty. No. This is a democracy.
Come on, really?
Nigeria is not Equatorial Guinea. Nigeria is not Cameroon. Okay. If they want to propose Seyi Tinubu, they should do so. But he will be assessed on his own merit.
That's it.
Not on the basis of DNA, which we cannot really push. And finally, I think if President Tinubu wants to make his son governor, this is probably the best time. After all, it's Emilokon. So we can have Emilokon in Abuja and also have Emilokon in Lagos. I rest my case.
All those words that, with due respect, also they are speaking, is not a dynasty. It's not a this. They will assess him. It's English you are speaking. You have said it. Your last phrase is Emilokon. Seyi Tinubu, Your Excellency, sir. Welcome to the governorship of Lagos. Orodile Babeni. You two, you will be it. All this what we are talking. It doesn't matter. Election period, they will come now. Before you know, you are governor. So, Governor Seyi Tinubu. Governor Seyi Tinubu of Lagos. That's just, you see, we can deceive ourselves so much. You see, I can talk very comically and all laughter, but I cry for Nigeria because that's what Nigeria has become. Is it only Tinubu that is doing it? What are other politicians that have put their children there? We're talking about one in Edo State that put his child as a commissioner. So if they say it's time for Seyi Tinubu, is it us here? We will just talk. But it's as if there's a fair assembly already. For them to mute this idea, for them to even put it in the public space, it looks like it's going to happen. Did they endorse him in the last election cycle? No.
All right.
It looks like it's going to happen. And conversations are already on. Before you know it, they will just start putting it in our face. So,
all right.
Accept it already. There's nothing you can do about it.
Lagos.
A dynasty,
what do we call it?
Has been formed. It has gone full circle. A Miloko dynasty is already in Lagos. So let's stop deceiving ourselves. I'm a realist to the core.
Well, all right. It's time for Lagos. This video showing a major general of the Nigerian army and two other soldiers brutalizing a young couple in Abuja. The couple, Bashima Care and Lami Jennifer, were traveling along Gwarimpa and was accused of passing the convoy of the Major General G.S. Mohammed and Corporal A. Abubakar. The couple were reportedly stopped with blaring sirens and brutalized. Let's take a look.
How did I pass your car? How did I pass your car? How did I pass your car? Oh, God.
It's not feeling good.
Then what's not fever? That's why he's dragging. My first come down.
Jesus!
Come on, I don't know. Bring this one. Why are you covering? Give me the phone.
Well, all right. Thank you, Rufai, for sending me this story and making it go viral, because you did make it go viral. I think these are the sort of stories that we need to bring into the front burner. I did reach out to the army, and I think that they've also put out a tweet. Let us just read that tweet that the army spokesperson wrote on X. He wrote, "The circumstances leading to this incident are not clear at the moment. However, the acting chief of army staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has ordered the immediate investigation to unravel the true circumstances surrounding this altercation. The Nigerian Army remains committed to serving and protecting all law-abiding Nigerians as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Therefore, we urge the public to be rest assured that due diligence will be applied to reach a logical conclusion on this matter." Signed off by Onyema Nwachuku. But we did see a petition. And in that petition, there was a detailed summary of how these couple, they're, actually trying to get married, university graduates, and how they were bundled up in a car and taken to the army barracks. They were held for 8 hours. In the petition, they demanded, I believe, 150 million naira for compensation. And I think this happened around November 11th, correct me if I'm wrong. And then they asked for that compensation. Nothing happened. That's when they released the video yesterday.
Truth has to be said. No matter what the army reacts or how they react, that they're going to investigate it, it's not good enough. And it's a sad one for our country.
Unbelievable.
And that's why, despite the fact that we recognize the work the army is doing as regards keeping this country together, things like this are really off-putting. No matter what it's worth, another citizens torturing them. The America we so-called learn our democracy for, we don't learn army conduct. I have seen police officer stop military officers in America and get them arrested. In Nigeria, the reverse is the case. Maybe because of our military background. But we cannot afford to resume and return to things like this. So, whatever the case might be, there might have been a skirmish on the highway. but beating them up, and after beating them up, arresting them in the petition, what he also says is that the person there said, you can't release them until I come back. So it was until when that officer came back to the police station, that's when they could release them.
Unfortunately.
So what kind of state are we running? And you can see the videos
I thought it was important to put this out
So
there.
we're going to wait on the army.
Yes.
A petition has been sent. Then we're going to wait on the army to investigate. A petition was sent on the 11th. It was received around that time.
They gave them till the 18th.
Nothing was done about it. The army didn't respond. So it was when this video went out that the army now started responding to save face.
No.
We must do better in this country.
Absolutely.
This is not right now.
I don't know the rules of engagement here, Vimbai. I know that you have some knowledge with, the military hierarchy somewhat. I mean, you could hear in that video, the man was saying, how did I pass your car? How did I pass your car? I mean, that's about all we know that happened, really.
You know, OG, when all things are equal, soldiers belong in the barracks. There's a reason why soldiers belong in their barracks unless they are on their special assignments. There's a reason why it's police and other law enforcement agencies that patrol, that manage infractions of the law. There's road traffic safety. There's a number of agencies that are deployed. If there was a skirmish or any infraction that happened on that highway, there are the necessary authorities that it would be responded to. Nobody, and that includes soldiers, just because you're wearing uniform, it doesn't empower you to take the law into your own hands, and not with this excessive use of force. So at this point, it's no longer about who was right and who was wrong, because sometimes they also say that your reaction to a mistake can be a mistake as well. And this is just unfortunate, because like Rufai is saying, there's been, we're managing a PR situation that we just had with the army recently, so we're trying to get through that, and then to have one or two individuals bring the army into disrepute. We have to remember that it should be, under normal circumstances, it should be a great honor to wear uniform.
Absolutely.
It should be.
I thought it was important to highlight the story, and we have the visuals out there. The names on the petition again, I'll repeat for the army to see. Major General G.S. Mohammed, as well as Corporal A. Abubakar, based on the petition. We will follow up on this story. In another development, former governor of Imo State, Senator Rochas Okorocha, on Monday appealed to the federal government to release the detained leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Okorocha made the call during a night of tributes held in honor of the late Ifeanyi Uba at the Nigerian Air Force Conference and Suites in Abuja, saying that the release of Nnamdi Kanu will serve as an honor to the late senator.
Before the death of Iwanyanwu made a plea to Federal Republic of Nigeria. Ezife went to Villa and begged Nigerian nation. Ifeanyi Uba made a statement in the same line. I want to say to you, my brother, in whom I'm well placed, Senate President, convey this one message on behalf of these Igbos who are seated, that the best way to honor this great young man is the release of Nnamdi Kanu. So that the Igbos can go home and reorganize their place. And I know you, Senator Akpabio, that even if you don't want to do it, send this message. For the sake of your wife, who is our daughter, send this message and get us a result. Or else, your wife is not too far from taking back home. Your Excellency, Mr. President, we are particularly happy that you are always coming to associate yourself with things like this. Nigeria still remains very grateful. Thank you, and God bless all of you. My people, my people.
My people, my people. May Ifeanyi Uba's soul rest in peace. Dr. Bati, there was a little bit of comic relief there when he talked about, Akpabio's wife and all of that. I thought that was a good way to just light up the mood there at the ceremony. But also, the main conversation is about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And I wanted to just pull up Omoyele Showore's tweet, which, had been going around for a while, about this couple, Mr. Ifedi and Mrs. Chidi Ifedi Kalista. They said that they have been held hostage since 2021 at Wawa Barrack in Niger State. They were accused of being IPOB members. And, you know, there are several other Nigerians, especially from the southeast, abandoned in this Nigerian army barrack. I mean, I wanted to just pull this out so we can have this same conversation about either the release of Nnamdi Kanu and what it means for the people of the southeast.
Okay, number one, I mean, the issue about the Showore tweet is that nobody should be detained unduly in Nigeria. The law is very clear, sections 35 and 36. Even when persons may have committed infractions, whether they are members of IPOB or of Oduduwa Republic, the law says that they have rights under the Constitution. To detain somebody from 2021 to date, whether it's by DSS or DMI, is a violation of their fundamental human rights, except there are extenuating circumstances. Even ACJA, the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, does not say that you can detain people indefinitely. That's an abuse. And our security agencies should desist from abusing people's rights. The second point, you mentioned Nnamdi Kanu. Well, I mean, that's a story that is on the table there. There have been many requests from many persons saying, release Nnamdi Kanu, find a political solution to it, with government playing the ostrich and saying the matter is before the law courts and trying to balance, you know, politics with the judiciary. However, I think that the night of tributes in honor of Senator Ifeanyi Ubah was a solemn occasion. It shouldn't have been converted into an opportunity for comedy of whatever category by whoever, whether in an iberiberistic manner or in any other manner. Because this was a young man who died at 52. He was a newspaperman. He was the publisher of the Authority newspaper. He was a sportsman. He established a football club called Ifeanyi Ubah FC. He ran to become governor of Anambra State. He didn't succeed. He ended up as a senator of the Federal Republic on the platform of the Young Progressives Party, YPP. And then he went abroad for surgery in July. The latest we had was that he had died. He was also an employer of labor, not just through the media or also sports. He was also the chairman of Capital Oil and Gas, with filling stations in the downstream sector, creating job opportunities. So his passing is a major loss. And we'd like to commiserate with the people of Anambra South, with his wife, Uchenna Ubah, and his 5 children, who have lost a major breadwinner. I knew him personally when we were in government. He was very close to the administration. And, you know, he was a very gentle, genial, friendly person, you know. But you see, God knows best.
God knows best.
People will die when they will die. Only God knows when it will be anybody's call time.
You're absolutely right. And, you know, we have photos of Vice President Kashim Shettima, who joined his former colleagues at the Senate on Tuesday to pay glowing tribute to the late Senator Ifeanyi Ubah. Shettima said the free spirit of the late lawmaker, who died early this year, broke down political and ethnic barriers. Again, may his soul rest in perfect peace. He died too soon. We'll take another story. A former Director General of the Labour Party's presidential campaign, Doyin Okupe, has faulted the mantra, Nigeria must move from consumption to production, used by Peter Obi during his 2023 presidential campaign, saying that Peter Obi did not have any policy document to back the mantra. Okupe made the comment on Tuesday while assessing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. He argued that Tinubu has a superior policy document compared to his challengers in the 2023 elections. Let's take a look.
As for Peter Obi, Peter Obi has not given any document to Nigerians as to what he was going to do. I can tell you for a fact. All we were saying was that we want to take Nigeria from consumption to production. Good rhetoric, but it's not grounded either in policy development or in principle application. But, you know, I mean, I never supported Bola Tinubu. He's not my person. We're not in the same party. But in retrospect now, his reform, his agenda, his agenda that he brought, the Renewed Hope agenda, is the most credible document that can address and is addressing the current situation. And you can see it is being meticulously applied.
Well, all right, okay. Rufai, let me take some comments before I come to you. Calling Tinubu's reforms credible is a stretch when Nigerians are grappling with soaring inflation and economic hardship. As for Obi, substance over rhetoric, he's shown a track record of delivery with or without your policy document. Another Twitter user there goes, proven economic theories for production don't need to be backed up by any policy document. What Peter Obi is saying is not rocket science. Politicizing simple economic theories is a sign of emptiness and failure. And then last Twitter user there goes, while everyone is entitled to their opinion, it's important to critically analyze the substance of each candidate's agenda. Credibility isn't just about promises, but about practical implementation, consistency, and public accountability. Nigerians need leaders whose policies are clearly documented, viable, and centered on solving the country's pressing challenges, not just rhetoric. Let's focus on assessing all leaders objectively for the good of the nation. Rufai, you're on fire. Over to you.
Now, well, this politics, Doctor, that's why I can't come into this your political game.
Oh, you can't be a politician.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the temperament for it. You should know me. You should know the things I can do and I can't do by that.
We were just discussing that at Boala.
No, I don't have the temperament for wishy-washy and all of that. No, I'm sorry. Real quickly, this is the same Doyo Kukwe that was running Peter Obi's campaign. We should ask him what changed. Okay, he's in Tinubu's side now, Abi.
He said he's not in Tinubu's side.
And he said that Tinubu's policy is good.
Yeah.
Tinubu's policy is good. Can't you see how we're enjoying it in the last 18 months?
We are.
We're enjoying the pain of his very good policy. It's very good. The next thing he said Peter Obi didn't have
there was no policy document to back. Yeah.
Okay, now I've gone to open Peter Obi's manifesto. You can go and also check page 20, where he said, shift emphasis from consumption to production by running a production-centered economy that is driven by an agrarian revolution and export-oriented industrialization. And you can see, and he itemized it there, logistics, blue chip economy and all of that. So maybe Doyo Kukwe didn't read.
But he was the DG of the campaign. How could he not have seen
maybe he has gone
due
to the alleged, is it corruption allegation or whatever that they said, he was supposed to pay more money. Maybe he had gone that time before they wrote the manifesto.
Before the manifesto, okay.
So you can go and reach page 20 for that. For further studies, because he also needs to tell us the reason why he left the campaign, why they had to lie, maybe because he was pending allegations of corruption case and all of that. So you should go and reach page 20. It's here. He wrote it here. I believe in by. Aren't you seeing it?
No, I can see
but Rufai, that basic rhetoric though, isn't it just even just in layman
but he documented.
Even without
you know why I was particular about this? You know why I laughed when I heard this story? I remember, and I'm not saying this to hold prayer for Peter Obi, please. I'm a very factual, empirical human being. Peter Obi was not keen on writing a manifesto. Rufai, was one of those that kept on pushing. Anytime he came for an interview. You remember he would say, it's just a document, they will just write. I said, no. The people deserve a manifesto. You can bear me witness in the interviews. I kept on insisting that there must be a manifesto. I remember particularly, and I read through all the manifestos. I still have what President Tinubu talked about is close to double-digit economic growth. All he wanted to do with agricultural boards and everything. I read Atiku's manifesto. I read all the manifesto letter to letter. That's why I brought it out for Mr. Doyo Kukwe. He has written something on this. I guess you don't call this a policy document. It's in page 20.
All right. Well,
that's my case.
All right. Speaking about President Tinubu's reforms, I mean, he's already been tagged as the traveling president so far. How many foreign trips have you said that he's made so far, Dr. Bati?
Well, it should be 30 now.
3-0.
Yeah, if you add Brazil.
Did you say 3-0? I thought it was 19 the last time we were counting.
It was 29 before.
Well, all right.
It's 30
well, all right.
if you add Brazil.
Can I pull up?
Yes.
Well, he's been doing
No,
well, trying to get reform.
The president is the country's chief foreign policy officer.
Correct.
So he's
Let's just pull up the picture.
So guys, you have seen it for yourself. The politicians in Nigeria don't think about good governance. They don't think about what they are doing. They don't even try to reflect over their actions. Tinubu can see his failures, as in his failures glaring before him. He can see it. He can read the handwriting on the wall. He can see how he has brought Nigeria so low, so down. And instead of him to concentrate and work hard on his own government, you know, to make sure that he comes up with something, he's already plotting and planning ahead of 2027 elections in Nigeria. They want to impose Seyi Tinubu on Nigerians. Somebody who has never been in leadership. Has he ever contested for even chairman local government area? Has he served, you know, officially as a public servant? Now they want to impose him on Nigerians because his father is the governor. You can imagine what is happening in this country. There is no democracy in this country. Nigeria has become like one of these African countries. I mean, things that were never tolerated in Nigeria before can be tolerated today because we have all these dictators, you know, taking over power and feeling that it must be them that will be there forever. We've seen so many of these politicians of late. Even when they want to leave office, they want to replace themselves with somebody who is totally going to be loyal to them so that they will be the one to dictate what will be happening in the state. Meaning that directly or indirectly, they are running a third term. That's what we've seen across Nigeria. That is what you are trying to see Tinubu do today. After leaving office, he has been the one, you know, nominating who becomes a Lagos state governor. And now he wants his son to take over from him. So, guys, this is not something Nigerians should allow. This is not something Nigerians should toy with. This is not something Nigerians should tolerate, because we cannot be going backward. We need to go forward. Nigeria can be greater than this. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others. And drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.